Hi, I'm Michael Bracy and I'm the Policy Director of Future Music Coalition. We've been working really hard at Future Music for over 10 years on ways of reforming the radio landscape. And I wanted to just take a second and talk a little bit about why we do that. You know, why does it matter to me? And when I think about radio, I really think about my own personal music education. You know, I think about The Weasel on HFS on Friday afternoons when he'd crank out Wild Weekend by NRBQ. Or I think about DC 101 where they played at midnight Joshua Tree all the way through, and Joshua Tree was released. I think about these moments where I, as a music fan, knew that I didn't have an older brother. You know, I didn't have the cool neighbor. I had the radio. I had the DJs that I listened to who were playing the music that connected with me and helped me grow as a music fan. I also had the opportunity when I was older to work in college radio, and I was able to experience radio from the other side. Of that wonderful moment where you know you're reaching an audience and you get to take in your record collection and you get to play what you want to play. And you know that there are people listening to your radio show because they trust your judgment. And whether you're playing old music that they should have heard before or you're featuring new bands who are on the way up, it's such a wonderful relationship in community radio between the DJ and the programmer and that audience. Now we still see that today, but we tend to see it on satellite radio and we see it on the internet. We don't see it as much as we could in community radio. Certainly not where I live. So I think about what I want from radio today is, yeah, it's great that I can sit at my desk and I can hear all the great radio stations around the world via the net. But I want to get in my car, you know, when I'm making that road trip with my kids, you know, when we're in the backyard playing wiffle ball. I want to have that great local station that's talking about, here are the bands that are coming to town this weekend. You know, here are the local artists getting their shot at the studio. Here's what's happening in our community. Here are the local record stores where we can go and buy CDs and still buy vinyl, you know. I want local radio that is based in my community, that is supporting my community. And the idea that we have thousands and thousands of organizations and schools and neighborhood groups and arts groups that want access to radio, and that the government essentially blocks them from having access, it really makes me upset. It really makes me mad, and I think it's really wasting a wonderful resource. So what we're hoping we can do is we can have a more vibrant radio marketplace with more localism, a lot more community stations, and we can really get that energy back in the music community that's lost, certainly from the times when I was a kid.